Hello guys and welcome. In this video we won't ride anywhere. I'm gonna tell you what kind of mods, modifications I have added on my bike since I got it almost 1 year ago. Without further ado, let's go. I will start from the most important ones and I'm gonna try to tell you how much they cost in case you want to do similar things. Number one on my list, and probably the most amazing mod you can do on your bike, no matter the model, is to change the sprockets, the front and the rear one, for better acceleration or for better top speed. Depends. In my case, I went from 16 teeth front to 15 and from 43 rear to 44. That means minus 1 teeth in the front, you're gaining about 6 to 7% acceleration, and plus 1 teeth on the rear sprocket, you're gaining about 2%. So more or less I have about 8 to 9% better acceleration, which in theory I lost the top speed. But realistically I didn't really lose anything. Sprockets of choice, JT, and the golden chain, most likely you recognize it, if not DAD, 112 links. The sprocket cost 70 pounds and the chain was 120 pounds I think. Second one, full system exhaust, so you can hear the unbelievable good sound of the V4 engine. 2 pipes from there, 2 pipes from there, you can see the full system, and obviously the end can, which I will come back to this because I have an amazing idea. I mean, just, my ideas are stupid, but it's my hobby, okay? Before I tell you the next thing, you have to understand that this is my hobby and I do this for fun when I have time. So I'm not taking it too seriously, so you know exactly what you expect from me. The headers, obviously Delkevic or Delkevich, whatever their brand name is, about 260 pounds, and the end can, this specific one is 150 pounds, but I have also the shorter one. If you follow me on Instagram at ZDisRider, you can see I have a short one and I have a, a very minimal one. So for this one, 150 pounds, 90 pounds for the short one, and about 40 pounds I think for the other one. Next, number 3 I think, flip and dip. What was that? That was a rock. What is going on, man? All right. So flip and dip. The only reason I have this is for this type of videos or for pictures, photos. I don't really have this to, to avoid tickets or anything. Anyway, I cannot reach it from my seat. So, I'm saying the truth. So flip and dip, 90 pounds. Only this one, the universal long bracket. The other one is like half. So there is 2 types. Flip and dip, 90 pounds, great, fantastic, amazing job. GV top rack comes the whole thing and the handle comes together, 150 pounds, obviously with a GV box that costs whatever the box you want to buy cost, there's no like ending on the boxes. You can buy one from 60 pounds up to 400 pounds, even more. The crossbars, which is Ziegler, I think they cost 150 pounds. Obviously I installed them myself, really easy. What I love about the bars is that they are silver, and obviously the theme of the bike is silver and red, but I'm not quite sure if I did the right choice to get the silver ones and I didn't get the black ones. But yeah, now it's done, so I mean it suits the bike. I'm not quite sure if it was a good decision. Anyway, screen, obviously I have 2 screens. This is my summer one, which is short one even at the highest point. This is a stock one, and I also have an amazing screen from GP Composite, which is extremely tall. And again, if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen that all the time because I keep posting things. The problem with that screen is that for the summer, even at the lowest position is higher than this. So that screen costs 80 pounds. This is obviously free. Something that is not free, Palmer Products manual adjusters. This is about 100 pounds. You completely remove, the stock ones from here and you add those ones. It's extremely, like durable and steady. You don't hear any cracking noises, and also you can go up and down. Of course, before you could do the same, but in this time you can also tilt. Next one on the list, I have no idea what number we are. Let's say the quad lock phone holder, 30 pounds. This bar was about 10 pounds from AliExpress. GV or Givi, whatever the correct name is, BF44. Now this one is not for this bike, it's for the NC500. I just bent it a little, I added some rubbers here and it works perfect. 40 pounds. And the bag that I have, which you cannot see right now, 60 pounds I think. I think it's like a 5-liter one or a 4-liter, something like that. Something you can't see right now is the SW Motec rail bars which they hold my panniers. They attach here. You can see that much even my paint job, unfortunately. Lesson learned. Attach here, and here is like two massive, you know, steel construction things. Very ugly, of course. It's like they come up to here, but I couldn't find the original panniers, so that was the only solution. 260 pounds only for the mount, and the boxes I chose is the 46 liters on each side, so they're like humongous, it's like massive. Those ones were, I think, 100 pounds used. So put that on the price. So how much is the grand total? I have no idea. I'm gonna calculate it really fast and I'm gonna post it right now. Okay, so you know what kind of accessories I have, or mods, modifications. What you don't know is how stupid I am, and I'm really stupid. This is a touring bike, right? This is a Crossrunner V4, VFR 800X Crossrunner V4. Touring bikes, unfortunately, they are not really pretty. Someone might say, I like the bike, you know, it looks beautiful, whatever. So because it's not pretty as many other bikes, like the BMW S1000 XR, I always try to make it look pretty, because I'm not like those people on Instagram that they buy a super sport bike just to look cool and post on Instagram. I just cannot do this. I want to be comfortable, and the machine, the bike, or any type of vehicle, it needs to make sense for me. This one, full panniers, top box, pillion, which is the passenger on the back, obviously. In case you don't know, they call them pillion in UK. You can go from here to Amsterdam in one go, no issues, super comfortable. Sitting very high, you don't need to, you know, to screws at all, whatever, perfect. But, you know, you're sacrificing the look, right? With that in mind, I always try to make it look nice and cool. The exhaust, the bars, you know, the different screens, whatever. And I didn't finish yet. I keep going. I still have a lot to give. Bear with me for one moment. So I had this vision, this dream, that I really love the bike. And the stock exhaust was massive, right? Like this, like a brick. And I was like, you know what? Let me put a smaller exhaust, or a thinner exhaust like this. Is extremely thin. So you can see the wheel, because the wheel is extremely beautiful. Look at this wheel. It's a very nice wheel. And I loved it. That was fantastic. And that's the reason why I have so many end cans. I have like 3 or 4 of them. Now, my new vision is I want the wheel completely unobstructed, similar to Ducati's Hypermotard. And obviously that bike has the exhaust up here. I can't really do that without super extensive modification. What I can do is I can take like a small can and I can delete all this and I can put it down there, just there, you see? What did I do? I ordered a very small can with an adapter and everything. I'll see. I don't even know if it's gonna fit. I'm just spending my money and we will see if it's gonna fit or not. So I ordered a small can and I will try to delete this and just put it down there, either, you know, pointing downwards or pointing on the side. And if it works, that would be absolutely beautiful. Under no circumstance I will remove my center stand. You cannot live without center stand. I cannot live without center stand. It needs to work with a center stand. Eventually, let's say the dream is, when you look the bike, you're coming like this and you're like, oh, cool bike, you know, it's candy red, beautiful. And then you can see the wheel completely unobstructed. That is the dream. Obviously, I have to figure out that this one doesn't really hit the wheel somehow, but I will figure it out. If not, I won't do anything. I'm just gonna keep it. In the worst case scenario, I might even add it here. Because this is a V4 engine, when you have a very tiny can, very small one, end can, it sounds like a V8 car. Obviously, that's a small block V8. It's a V4. It's missing 4 more cylinders, but it would sound like, you know, like a proper Mustang from the 60s or 70s. And my other exhaust, it did that, but obviously I just didn't like that the whole thing was coming all like this and then it was keep going like this. Something else, Honda. How did you make the ugliest tail tidy or tail ever made on any bike in the planet? How did you make that? Look at this, how ugly it looks. Look at this. What is this? What kind of lighting this is? I understand you try to save cost. This is the same light on NC500, NC750, whatever, that's fine. But this thing is the whole thing is one piece. You can't even delete this and put your plate up here, you know, because of this. If you see the VFR 800F variant, which is exactly the same engine on the smaller body, that tail tide is actually beautiful because the light and the indicators up here, so you could, like, you know, swap the plate and put it higher and look beautiful. Anyway guys, these are my thoughts. These are the modifications on the bike. I hope you like this video, and I'm sorry if you expect to see some rolling videos like going somewhere, racing something, but you know, we're not really always traveling around. We actually have real jobs, so sometimes, you know, you need to come here in absolutely beautiful Blackheath, Ranger's house, and you know, just enjoy the sun, breathe in, breathe out. I say that while I'm out of breath for some reason. I'm wearing the helmet to do this video so you can actually see exactly what I say instead of holding the camera. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, drop them down below, which obviously will be the comment section. And I hope you're all healthy and have a lovely, lovely day, guys. And don't worry, we have a very nice ride coming next week. Maybe you will see it. Have a lovely day, guys.